How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is episode 15 of a Let's Play series for Farming Simulator 22 on the mod map Pallegney. And where we last left off, we ended up getting this behemoth of a tractor on sale for well over 50% off. It was pennies in compared to what it would be brand new. We also got a few more bits of equipment. We ended up changing out almost all of our grass care equipment in order to get this beauty right here, as well as this wrapper. I am so ecstatic that we were able to do this. But not only were we able to get all this equipment for next to nothing, you can see the money is still at $286,000. We did so good. We sold off a bunch of fertilizer that we had produced, but we were also able to do this. We were able to harvest all the alfalfa here on the farm, and we were able to take it up to the biogas plant. And as you can see here at the biogas plant, it is just chugging away, just absolutely chugging away. We've got silage, we got slurry, we got sugar beet cut, and we got alfalfa. All of this is producing digestate, and as you can see down the bottom right hand corner there, 1,277, and is just going up and up and up. I am so thrilled about this. That means that we're going to be producing so much fertilizer every single time it's going to ship over, and is going to produce more and more fertilizer and just make more and more money along the way. We also have this fertilizer production is just absolutely packed. We got this one here that is just rock and roll, and it's got 15,000 liters in it. So we've got so much stuff to do here today. We've got to get the fields here on the farm back up and running. We've got to put down some lime. We got to put down fertilizer, and on this field and on that one over there, we have got to continue cleaning up around the farm here because it's in just a complete disarray right now. We've got to make sure that all of our animals are taken care of, that they have as much feed and water as they can possibly handle at the moment, and just kind of go from there. So let's get to work. So first things first, we are going to start working on the animals and just making sure that they have everything that they need. So starting off with the chickens here. Here, let's go ahead and close this gate. Chickens, they're fine. They are pretty much topped off. They're just chugging away. They should be good to go. Cows are a different story on the other hand. They have, let's see. Cows, they could stand to be fed a little bit more. We can empty out some of their milk and put it into our production here on the farm. And yeah, they ought to be good from there. So let's go ahead and grab the Deutz-Fahr here. We'll grab this trailer here, and we're also going to do a little bit of shuffling around here too, because we got that the liquids tanker there as well. So we might as well just kind of shuffle that into its proper place, which I'm going to start storing where I have the actual tanker, or not the tanker. I'm going to store the tanker where the dump trailer is. So it's a little bit more narrow, and it'll fit under that little awning there a little bit easier. So let's back this up right over here. Here, let's try that one more time. Got to get right in front of this doorway here. There we go. Look at that, 10,000 liters of milk, and that's going to go right into our butter production. So that way we have as much butter as we can handle. And we've got quite a bit. You can see it just on top there in the storage. All that is butter. All that in the back there is butter. So let's go ahead and throw that in there. Perfect. So now let's go ahead and disconnect. And then we'll connect to the trailer right here. Perfect. And now we're going to fill up on TMR. Then we have to grab the telehandler there, and we're going to make sure that this cow barn is just absolutely full of straw. Just make sure that it has everything it can handle. So about right here, and TMR. We'll take all the TMR that they can handle We need to also bring over some silage over here as well, because it's completely empty with silage. So we can just pass through as much as we possibly can and get as much TMR as we can possibly muster. Oh yeah, another 38,000. Oops, cut that a little too close. Oh, let's dump this on the other. Nope. No. Oh, no. What button combination is that? There we go. Now that's looking right. Oh, look at that. And they are absolutely full on food. That's wonderful. But it's not at the same time, because I don't think I can dump that back into... Well, we'll see. I mean, worst case scenario, I'll just have to dump it on the ground somewhere. Oof. And... no, it doesn't look like it. I'll just dump it right here on the ground for now, I guess. There. Now we can get this parked underneath the awning in its proper spot, right there in the middle. So something like this. And like I said, you can see just how much wider this one is in comparison to the liquids tanker right there. So it's going to be a lot easier to get these parked under each of these different sections here. Like that. And then... look at that. Perfect. So now, let's go get some silage. We'll produce some more TMR there. Let's see, we need to... this is the round bale, so let's drop that there. And then... let's get those couple of oddball silage bales. So that one and that one. Oh, of course, they're round bales. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. All right, let's go grab the round bale grab again. Go. There's one. Oops. There we go. And now we can go drop these over here. Oof. That was probably the worst place I could have left that. There we go. And let's turn that back on. That's going to make some more TMR. Now we can drop this back off. Then grab this here bucket. can do is actually open this gate here. Scoop up all these pellets. And there we go. Look at that. That's all full again. So if we take a look at our cows one more time. Let's see, where is it? Straw pellets, 25,000, but it still has 6,000 liters of straw. That's perfect. Food is full. Water is handled on this facility, so I don't have to worry about it. All right, well, let's go ahead and, whoops, back out of here. And there we go. Cows are handled. Let's retract that. And just like that. Perfect. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go head over to the sheep pasture. I'm going to take this trailer here with me, and I'm going to grab all the pallets of wool and bring them over here. What kind of supplies do I have in here? Because I've got some lime here. I also have some liquid fertilizer and herbicide here. So, might be a good idea to utilize some of that liquid fertilizer that I've had stored away for a little while. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead, head over to that sheep pasture. I'm going to pick this up. I'm going to assess just how much feed and whatnot the sheep are going to need. So I'm going to have to bring over, you know, I might as well bring over a couple of hay bales while I'm at it. No sense in going there empty-handed. Let's do this. All right, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a few hay bales and meet you over there. We'll see you in a little bit. Alright, so I'm pulling up here with almost 30,000 liters of hay. Let's see if we can just uncouple that. I thought this took bales. Am I in the wrong spot? Oh, that's a problem regardless. I didn't realize this, but I want to give them grass. I don't want to give them hay. Because look at that. Grass will give them 100% of what they need. Hay will only give them half of that. So, oof. That, I'm glad I noticed. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then let's do this. Let's pull back over here. And we'll at least load what we can up here. All these full pallets. And then use that. Oop, come on. There we go. And then one more. Just like that. And whoops. There. All right, good and secure. We got 3,000 liters of wool. We also have 28,000 liters of hay. That's kind of a shame, though, because it would have been nice to use that hay for something, but I'll have to figure out some kind of other option here. So let's pull back out. What I'll have to do is take a look around the farm, see if I have any kind of grass that I could cut up, and then utilize that grass for the sheep. Really no good area for it. Alright, well, what I'll have to do is I'll go ahead and dump off all this stuff in the kind of holding areas, and then I will cut us out and cut us back in as soon as I come up with some kind of plan. So I will see you in a little while. Alright, so here I am back on the farm. I haven't gotten too far. It just dawned on me I have a whole bunch of grass right now because it's waiting to be fermented into silage. So all I have to do is just unwrap them before they turn into silage and just use those bales for the sheep. I mean, yeah, it actually kind of worked out, and I'm really glad it dawned on me that I had those. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to load up a few bales of grass and go from there. But I'm going to have to figure out how I'm going to be able to get them down into their kind of loose state, because I wasn't able to get the bales to work over there. So going to have to figure that out. So actually, that actually brings up a good point. Well, I thought I might have had some answers, but I really don't at this point. So I'll have to think about it. I'll cut us back in once I figure something out. Alright, so took me a little bit of time, but I finally figured it out. It's a little bit overcomplicated, but I think in the end it's going to be a lot better for me in the long run. So what I ended up doing is I went into town, went to the bank, and I made a purchase. I purchased a bunch of land. I purchased this field that's out right behind my farm here. So now this field is mine. I also purchased the grass field way in the back over there. So now I own all of this. So here's my farm here. I own this field now and this field here. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use field 32 as a kind of plot in order to plant either wheat, barley, maybe even oats. But if I hurry, I can get wheat or barley in this field. And then that'll also let me get straw. So I'll be able to have straw for my TMR. I'll be able to just stop buying that. I'll have wheat or barley to feed to my chickens. And I'll have all this grass back here for the sheep. So I'll be self-sufficient. I'll have my own grass. I'll have my own alfalfa. I'll be able to make silage. I'll be able to make hay. I'll be able to do it all. I'll be able to do everything with just these 4 plots right here. So I think that'll work out really nice. And maybe what I'll end up doing eventually is taking this road and extending it out. So all I have to do is go out the back to this back grass plot there. You know, I can have it run along the fence line over here and then just dump me off right there at the grass. So it'd be perfect. And that grass is ready to harvest. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to shift very hard in order to make sure that my sheep are taken care of. So first things first, let's get to mowing. What I need to do is turn this on, drop this off, leave the conditioner here. There we go. Nope. Actually, you know what? Why not? I can cut through this field here because there's nothing in it. I'm not going to hurt anything. So might as well take the shortcut. But yeah, I think that if I make a road that just kind of hugs the fence line here around the cow pasture, the fence line here around this farmer's market over here, the little grocery store back here, I'll be able to, connect right over to here and be good to go. So I think that'll work out in the end. Let's drop this down, turn this on. There we go. Check this out. This is all my grass now. This is excellent. Absolutely excellent. and I get to use my brand new mower here. Oh, I'm so happy about this. I think this is going to be a good purchase. Now, in the end, it's a lot shorter of a working width. I'm not going to be able to mow as much in one go, but it is going to allow me to just utilize this as both as a mower but also as a conditioner as well. So I'll be able to just slam everything through one pass. I'm not going to have to ted and mow in two separate passes. That'll be really, really nice. So I'm going to go ahead and cut us out here and cut us back in as soon as this is all done, because I'm going to have to well, probably going to have to collect some of this with a forage wagon, just so that way I can just get the amount that I need for the sheep. I don't have to. Ooh, what am I doing? What am I getting hung up on? Huh. That way I can just collect whatever I need to get for the sheep, and then the rest of it I can wrap. I can make into silage and kind of go from there. I don't have anywhere to really kind of store anything at the moment for loose grass. So one of those that I'll just kind of have to make do with what I have and just kind of go from there. So like I said, I'll cut us out here and cut us back in once we're done mowing. See you in a while. Alright, so I made a few phone calls and I ended up hiring out a worker to try and expedite this process here, because I need to get to work on other things like planting. I want to try and get this field here behind the farm up and running as quickly as possible. If I can get it done here soon, that means that I'll be able to set my sights on other things. So this gives me an opportunity to just go ahead and start collecting on this grass here and getting as much as I possibly can full for the sheep. And once this is all done, I just lease this equipment here just to be able to kind of, like I said, just to expedite this, get this up and running as quickly as possible, and just kind of go from here. So let's, easy, easy. There we go. Yeah, so that's what we're doing right here, is we're just going to pick up as much of this grass as is needed in order to get the sheep up and running. If we have any leftover from a trailer load or whatever, I'll be able to then turn around and utilize that for bales and whatnot, and I'll just bring it back here to the field. I'll dump it, and then I can just start making bales with what's left, and we can just store all the bales and kind of do what we've been doing, just kind of status quo at the moment. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep on keeping on until we reach our limits. And there we go. We have one full trailer load. Let's go ahead and take this over to the sheep and dump this out, see where this gets us. Alright, we're pulling in here with the sheep. Let's go ahead and park it right here and dump this out so the sheep have food. Then we got to bring over some water, and then all of our animals will be taken care of at that point. Oh. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Oh, wow. Alright, well, we didn't need a whole lot at all, really. That's kind of a bummer, but like I said, we'll just take the rest of this grass. It's 15,000, almost 16,000 liters. We'll just dump it in the middle of the field, and we'll bale the rest. I mean, yeah, no sense not to. and we'll just kind of lease out a forage wagon whenever we need to, and go from there. I think they'll work out just fine. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head back to the farm, dump this out, and yeah, we'll go from there. We'll get to baling, we'll get to working on the other field and getting that up and running. So I will see you in a little bit. Alright, so I'm back here at the grass field with the baler now. Drop this down, unfold, lower, and let's see what we get. Let's see just how... Wow, that just produced a bale real fast. You can also see how I just kind of overwhelmed the intake and left a big chunk behind, which is fine. I mean, it's not a huge deal. There we go. All right, perfect. So yeah, we'll be able to take the rest of this and be able to make a whole bunch of silage bales. We'll just add them to our collection. We've got plenty of grass that's being fermented into silage at the moment. So yeah, I think even though this is very overcomplicated, we could have done so many different approaches. I think this is going to be the best long run approach when everything's said and done. So yeah, let's see. Gonna cut us out here because I'm gonna wait for the grass to be finished mowed, and once that's all done, then we can get to baling. I'll see you in a while. Alright, so I figured that instead of waiting for the worker to be done and all that, I already hired them. I might as well get to work on this field here while the worker is kind of doing their thing. So I went ahead and leased out a stone picker to try and get all these stones up off of this field, because there's going to be quite a bit here. Just figured no time like the present to get this up and underway. Yeah, you can see we're already picking up stones. This is going to be excellent. Going to work out very nice. We're going to be able to utilize all these stones in our lime maker, in our fertilizer maker. I mean, we got some good use for this. So let's go ahead and get to work here. You can see that they put down a base layer of lime, and we're going to have to put just a little bit more, which is fine because we're going to also need lime over at our alfalfa fields as well as our grass field that we're now freshly mowing. We're going to have to fertilize this field, get that up and running. So we even got a plant. So we've got a ton of stuff that needs to be done now that I wasn't really planning on doing when we first got underway here. So it's kind of funny how, things change, and can be so fluid at times. So you just gotta come across these problems, and you just gotta figure out a way to overcome them, and that's what we're gonna do here. So I'm gonna cut us out here and cut us back in once everything is said and done here on this field. We'll see you in a while. Alright, we're almost done with this field here, and as you can see, we have almost 1,900 liters of stones. So that is absolutely perfect. We're going to be able to utilize all these stones, whether it's for lime, whether it's for the fertilizer. It's going to be perfect. It's going to work out absolutely beautifully. So now, just like that, all done, let's fold this away. What I'm going to have to do is very carefully back all this stuff into position. So kind of something like this. So we should do something like this over here. Stones not accepted. Why are stones not accepted? That's... Oh, because I can't dump them out on... Oh, I've got to dump them in. Oh, well, that makes sense. Well, then, I don't have to be as precise as I thought I had to. Let's just dump them right here in the field, like so. I'll return this equipment, we'll come back with the telehandler, and we'll load directly in. That'll work out just fine. Look at that. And do I have any stones left in production over here? 64. Okay, so not a lot, but that's something. Alright, gonna take this equipment back, and then we'll get loading up all the stones into the machines. We'll see when we get back. Alright, so I'm back here. I already picked up the 65 liters from the production point. Now, getting the rest of this off the field, just like so. So what I want to do is I want to start with the fertilizer and load the stones into there first, and then whatever's left over can go into making lime. So let's extend, lift a little bit. There we go. That is absolutely full. Now the same thing over here. We'll make our way over real slow. And then just like that. So now, yeah, look at that. That's going to make a good amount of lime right there. So fire that up. Absolutely perfect. So now I'm going to go ahead, head back up to the shop there. I'm going to get a hold of, let's see, probably need to get some kind of fertilizer and lime spreader. So that way we can put down what we need to put down for lime on all the fields, from the alfalfa over here to whatever this is going to be, either wheat or barley, I haven't decided yet, and into the grass field as well. Actually, might almost be done over there. So actually, let's do this. Let's make our bales first, and we'll get that field all taken care of. Then we'll worry about getting everything all up and running in the other fields. Because, yeah, it looked like they just finished. If not, they're going to be really, really close. Let's get hooked back up to the baler. Yeah, they're close enough. I will just go ahead and let them go. I'll let them be dismissed. I'll finish this off. Then we'll get this whole field up and running. Get all the grass off the ground and be good to go. go. Now we'll take this equipment back and we'll get to making some bales. I'm excited about this. I'm really excited to see just how much we get off of this field. So unfortunately, this thing only goes 19 miles an hour, so it's going to be a little bit of a trek over there, but we'll make our way over, get it parked, get the conditioner reattached, and then I'll pick it back up as soon as we get to the baling. I'll see you in a little bit. So here I am, I have all the bales picked up, and now I need to work on getting all the fields back up and running and into their proper state. So hopefully this new fertilizer spreader that I bought here, fertilizer and lime spreader, will work like a charm, getting all these fields limed and brought back up to speed. I also need to go ahead and plant down the wheat and or barley, I haven't decided which, in the new fields. So I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Alright, so we're just about to finish up with all this lime work here, and then we are going to set our sights on planting the other field. Because once that's planted, then we can worry about fertilizing everything all at once and just get through it. So we've got 487 liters left here in the tank. I'm going to run up, load what's left at the shop there, because I had bought several big bags along the ways. I've emptied out my lime maker completely. I mean, I used up a ton of lime, way more than what I was honestly expecting. But I'm going to go grab it, bring it back here to the farm, and then going to get to work on getting myself some kind of seeder, planter, whatever, seeder, and be able to get to planting. I think I'm going to do wheat. I think I've decided I'm going to do wheat. So, going to get to work on that. Be back in a while. Alright, so I'm back here at the farm. Let's go ahead and pull in. Drop this down. And let's get to work. Oh yeah, this is going to work out perfectly. Oh, I love it. Get some wheat planted here, and then we're gonna have to fertilize all of our fields. So we're gonna have to get our hands on the fertilizer. Once we get our hands on the fertilizer, we'll just be able to kind of go from there. So I'll go ahead and cut us out from here, and I will cut us back in as soon as we're done seeding the wheat. Putting up the finishing touches here on the seeding portion of the field, and then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to attempt to purchase a sprayer. I want to be able to spray because I've got a whole bunch of liquid fertilizer here on the farm. Be nice to be able to use that up, so figure it'd be a good little way of getting rid of it. So we can exit the field now. I'll empty out all these seeds because this is all my seeds, and then we'll get, like I said, hopefully we'll get a decent little sprayer and kind of go from here. I got to return this seeder though because this is a loan, not one that I actually purchased. There we go. We got a whole bunch of seed and lime that we've got to store away. But gonna go and attempt to purchase a fertilizer sprayer, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so I got to thinking about it, and it really didn't make much sense to go ahead and purchase the spraying equipment when in reality I only need this for this application, and I'm already producing solid fertilizer. Didn't make much sense after I kind of stepped away from it for a second and kind of thought it over. So went ahead and just leased this equipment out. Figured this would just be good for the time being, and then we can kind of change gears. That, and we already got a machine that will throw the liquid fertilizer or the solid fertilizer. So again, just didn't seem to add up. I don't know what I was thinking, why it just seemed so gung-ho. I think it was because we had a bunch of liquid fertilizer here on the farm and just was looking for a reason to kind of get rid of it, but then I would need to kind of reinforce that by constantly just getting it more and more, or figuring out a way to produce it. So just didn't make much sense after I just kind of stepped back. So gonna go ahead and do all of the fields and as much of the liquid fertilizer as I possibly can, and then we'll just kind of go from there. We'll see you in a while. Alright, so we are on our final pass here with all the fertilizer work. This has been, wow, this worked out absolutely perfectly. You can see 850 liters are left in the tank, and yeah, I mean, we still have a little bit of liquid fertilizer left back on the farm. So this was absolutely perfect. I'm so thrilled with how well that this worked. The amount was nowhere near the amount. I at least assumed I was going to have to refill at least once. I didn't have to refill at all, and it worked out. It just absolutely worked. We got all the fields back up and running. We even got the new wheat field planted and in place, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. I mean, this is a good place to be right now. We got 2 new fields under our belt, harvested one of them, and yeah, we are just rocking and rolling. I am so very, very thrilled. Now I need to head back to the farm and unload all of this and figure out if anything else needs to be done besides what I've already done. I'll cut us back in here in a little bit. Alright, so I'm back here at the farm, and as you can see, I've got one big mess to clean up. This is, wow, something that needs to be addressed. So that is what I'm going to work on for the time being. But, I mean, we got so much here accomplished today. I am really, really pleased with all the work that we got done and the new products that we have available to us here on the farm. We've got alfalfa, we're going to have wheat growing, we've got grass. I mean, we've got a good assortment of all these different types of products that we need for all the farm stuff that we have, and we now got everything to do it with. I mean, we don't have to outsource almost anything anymore. We can just do everything internally and just start really stacking up and storing away everything that we need in order to maintain at this point. And the great thing about it as well is it's not just a sense of maintaining, it's a sense of getting ahead and starting to really get ahead of ourselves, ahead of the game. We've got the fertilizer that's going to be producing, we've got wheat, we've got grass, and we've got the alfalfa. And the alfalfa and the silage that we're going to have from the grass is going to be a huge one because of the biogas plant. Being able to utilize all that silage and all that alfalfa to turn it into digestate for the fertilizer and to turn into power and methanes for selling. You can see at the top of every single hour we sell off a good chunk of now power and methane, and we make a pretty penny at the top of every single hour. So that's gonna be very, very good when everything's said and done. I'm very, very pleased with how everything is turning out so far. But I think that's gonna be a really good place to leave it because, yeah, it's a ton under our belts for this episode, and yeah, not a whole lot of time left. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please show him by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things. The algorithm enjoy you doing, the shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.